my name is William Garlington, and welcome to ConservativesViewpoint.com, simply known now as The Point. We are concluding our 7th week, and we're so excited about the rest of the year of 2011 and then the upcoming year of 2012, because our mission is to help educate, help inform as many Americans as we can when it comes to the protection and the expansion of conservative family values in this country while we try to either destroy or eliminate liberalism within this country. We feel we are making very, very good headway with the Tea Party movement and the midterm elections, and we need your continued support out there. So bring as many friends as you want to the site, conservatives, moderates, and of course liberals, because it's all about educating people, okay? Like I said, January the 6th, 2011, we're trying to wrap up our weekly topic, and it was on evil, evilness in America. And let me just read the definition real quick. Evil is the intention of causing harm or destruction and deliberately violating someone else's moral code. And that is evil, one of the definitions. But we come at you Monday through Friday, rain or shine, through our YouTube videos, but we park all the videos onto our website, conservativesviewpoint.com. And there you can go back into the archives and look at as many broadcasts that you've missed over the 7 weeks thus far. But we'll be continuing doing this up until November 2012. So we're not going to stop. A lot of people ask me, well, Bill, you know what? What about that hair, big guy, you know? And I told my mom, hi mom out there, she doesn't really care about the long hair. I get it trimmed a little bit, but I kind of told her, maybe jokingly, but no, I think I'm serious enough to say I cut the hair when we get this clown Barack Obama out of office in 2012. So if you want the hair to be gone, which I think a lot of people do, let's vote this clown out of office. In the meantime, let's talk about our subject matter today. But recapping, Monday we did the overview of evilness. Is war of any kind good, bad? Does God want us to destroy evil? And we talked about that. So check that past video out. And then Tuesday we talked about war on terrorism. And then yesterday we talked about the war on poverty. Today we're talking about war when it comes to control, and liberal control, to be specific. But we're also going to do a little spin here, and we're going to encompass the word freedom into the topic of conversation. So let's get to it right now. Let's talk about a couple of definitions on the web here that I found on freedom. The quality or state of being free. The absence of necessity, coercion. Okay, if you read about the terrorists, they coerce people, or a bully does. Freedom, the quality of state of being released, usually from bondage and slavery, etc., etc. Okay, so that's freedom. The reason I bring this up, and it ties into our subject of liberal control, is we feel here at The Point that liberalism is associated with the Democratic Party. And liberalism is a part of control as I walk through this process. And if control is evil, and liberalism is a part of that control, then they are evil. And if you go to my past archives, we need to destroy evil by our vote, our boycott. So if you bump into a Democrat, 95% know exactly why they're Democrats, and they are that because they're liberal. All right? The other 5% are confused, and we need to bring them to this daggum site and educate them. And please do that. Don't sit on your hands and just do nothing. Something's better than nothing. Picking a side, whether you're a liberal, is better than being a moderate. Just throwing it out there, okay? Pick a side, left or right, doesn't matter. Because this guy picked a side, and he decided to pick the left side, and the liberal side, and the socialistic side, and the controlling side, because he doesn't like you and I. He likes to keep his entitlement programs going, his handouts going to people that don't give a darn about working. They rather sit on their asses and collect unemployment checks for the last 100 weeks and continuing for the next 2 or 3 years because they love that paycheck doing nothing. But it keeps the people that are in power. And that is wrong. And it keeps you and I, hard-working folks, conservatives, people that want to change everything, in slavery, control. We're losing our freedom. Now you get the picture, we're losing. We have lost our freedom. Because the only thing that I have as far as this freedom is, where was it? I can be frank, I can be outspoken, and I can be open without being thrown into jail right now. We don't know what will happen if this cat or the liberals continue running the show because they don't care about America. All right? So today we're just going to say, instead of hugging a liberal, piss on that liberal. Unless they don't know why they're liberal. Then we need to hug that liberal. Okay, because it's all about education. So my minister, Joe Hunter, Northland Church. Hello, Joel. Giving you a free plug. Hopefully you got my email that addresses this question. Because Joe Hunter says, we can be free, but we're still in bondage, enslaved by our habits or our addictions. Some examples. Pornography, very bad. Alcoholism, gambling, shopping, eating, working out too much. These are all addictions. And if we can free ourselves, we should just be addicted to this cat, Jesus Christ, because he's the only one that's going to save us. All right? So if we can get rid of all those addictions, here was my question to Joe Hunter. Great. If I'm free of all the addictions, and externally the federal government is still controlling me by raising my taxes, death tax, inheritance tax, income tax, property taxes, so on and so on, telling me I got to get universal health care, okay, and all these other, wiper restrictions on me, then I'm still enslaved. Yeah, I can go off to the corner of the world and be mammy-pammy and say, I'm good with Jesus, but if I see my people, you out there, me, and we're still in bondage like Moses did, and they took care of business by shipping those people out of Egypt to the promised land, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it through this show. And I'm going to hook up with Hannity. I'm going to hook up with Beck. I'm going to hook up with Limbaugh, Bortz, and O'Reilly. Those 5, mark it down. Someday, I'm going to sit in front of these cats, and I'm going to meet them. And together, with your help, I hope you're with me, as opposed to against me. So, listen to this show, bring people to this show, because I'm telling you, in 2012, I want to get my daggum haircut, and in 2012, I want people out there to put a conservative in the office, because I don't want them to put a Republican, necessarily, unless he's a conservative. And I don't want to hear Sean Hannity talk about the conservative Republican, because we don't support the Republican Party here. We don't support the Democratic Party here. We don't support the Libertarian Party. We are conservatives. We want our own party. And if the Republicans would just deep six the name Republican, bring it conservative, get a little bit more conservative, like school, prayer in school, and Roe v. Wade overturned, and some other things like less government, taken care of. Because we want to take the White House through conservative ways, conservative values. We can, and we will, roll back the clock. Because it's all about freedom. It's all about this flag. It's all about family. See my family? It's all about these cats. It's all about us. Because you and I, the only way we're going to take care of liberals is we got to arm ourselves with education. I tell you to come to this show. I tell you to buy a deck or two, not because of me, because monies go to charity. Check it out, people. But biographical information on liberals and conservatives, politicians, entertainers, businessmen, they're all on these decks. And they're only lasting for another couple of months before I come up with a new deck called Battle 2012. So Battle 2010, arm yourself. Don't sit on the sidelines anymore. Get involved. But get upset because our freedoms are still being taken away. Even if you've got no addictions or habit through Jesus Christ, you still are bonded through the liberal thought and restrictions. And let me just, in closing, show you some cats that are doing it. Dennis Kucinich from Ohio. Look at him. He looks a little bit like Hitler. Throw a mustache on this cat, and he's Hitler. All right? We've got, who else? We got Barney Frank, this clown. This guy, him and Chris Dodd are responsible for the housing debacle. All right? Nancy Pelosi, this clownette. Can you believe that she's still in the Congress, but she's no longer Speaker of the House? And how do I know that? Because Battle 2010 tells me that. It gives me the information, people. And you want to get the liberals if you're a conservative, because you need to know who to attack and or boycott and or vote off. Hillary Clinton. She's going to possibly run in 2012. Don't vote for her. Don't vote for another liberal until the next 40 to 80 years, okay? By that time, we're all dead. Harry Reid, look how much he thinks about you people, okay? Al Gore, making money, hand over fist, saying global warming this, global warming that. He's a liar, and I said it, and I can say it, right now anyway. President Obama, he's pissed off because he's losing everything. He loves Muslims. He'll tell you he's Christian, but I'll guarantee you, based upon the quote that he said in this Battle 2010, that he no longer thinks that America is a Christian nation. It is no longer that. It's a Muslim nation. That means this man, I don't care if he says he's a Christian, he is not. You do not say that this America is no longer a Christian nation. This America will be a Christian nation for the next 300 plus years, counting. America, we're out of time. And tomorrow will be Friday, and we're going to be dressed down Friday, take this coat and tie off. But I want you to do me a favor. I want you to educate a liberal by teaching him how to fish. Don't give him a fish. Teach him how to fish. And hug a conservative. Until then, God bless you all, America. Bye-bye.